Right, we're here this evening with a really interesting chat with our good friend Ollie Matthews. Ollie's joined us today, and we're really interested to get some feedback on some couple of topics along health and nutrition, exercise, and share some thoughts with Ollie about the world around us. But I'll let Ollie first really introduce himself, and I think he's got a fantastic story of personal story as well as a professional story of how you've got to where you are now, and certainly some exciting times coming up ahead.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm Ollie Matthews, as you know, and starting off, like if you look right back at the beginning of my journey to where I've actually become a nutritionist, it's been like, first off, morbidly obese at school, got bullied for being fat.
Because I was looking on your website and you've got pictures before and after,
Yeah.
and then your training, and it's a fantastic story.
Yeah, so that's where it started from, wanting to just lose some of the fat and going from one extreme to the other, like just not an addiction or a healthy addiction of just wanting to push the body. So I went from 17, 18 stone to I think it was about 10 and a half, 11 stone, stepping onto a bodybuilding stage when I was 23. And then worked my way up, and I've competed in 6 or 7 different bodybuilding shows since then.
So how did you get introduced to the bodybuilding side of things, as far as looking at, was it more from the physical side of your body shape, or was it from the exercise bit? Were you, because I think somewhere on your website it talks about that you there was running at some stage?
So I was brought up in a family where my uncles, coaches, were sitting in Irish Athletics Club. My sister's been county champion, won Cambridge half marathon last year, and national level runner. So I was always compared to Ellie at school. So it was like, I'm rebelling against that, I believe. So I was going into the bodybuilding side of things, but I started off naturally trying to lose weight, trying to run. I couldn't run to the end of my driveway before I needed my inhaler. Then I could run to the end of the road, and then I could run 5, 10k. But that wasn't really what I was wanting. I was in the gym and I was scared of the weights area because I was in the free weights machines, and then I stepped into where the big guys were in the weights area, and it was a local health club. And yeah, I just wanted to push it and start helping. As I saw the weight come off, I wanted to stop sitting at the desk and get into fitness myself.
Because you got, within the bodybuilding, you also then got success doing that. It wasn't just I go to the gym and I'm working out. You got some national success in competition side of it.
It was a class. I qualified for the British finals in my first year of competing. I did then get really ill, which is why I then took a real look at nutrition.
Yeah.
So I'd gone into fitness, become a trainer, an instructor. Then my body shut down because I over-dieted. The sort of thing that happens when people have these shakes that are marketed to lose such. It happens a lot quicker than what happened to me.
Yeah.
But they're over-dieted, they're going to lose 20 pounds in a week, and so I'm just getting dehydrated and their body shuts down. So I had that, and I had to really look at the health after my first few shows.
Okay.
Couldn't do the British finals and reboot it as such.
So now, personally as well as professionally, that's also going full circle into a different area now with the running and triathlons. And I was looking at your website with some of the athletes you're now working with, but this is now more nutritional side of things as well.
Yeah. Where I've gone from working one-to-one with clients online around the world, I've now got, where my passion has been, is gone to the professional athlete, the amateur athlete, someone who just wants to do a little jog at the weekend.
Yeah.
I've got people that are competing in bodybuilding shows and people that are doing world championships in triathlon. So it's literally from one extreme to the other. But the way I focus with every client is their health first. So looking at inside out. So looking at their gut health, looking at all their health with regards to their central nervous system recovery, and going for the brain as well.
So what job title do you give yourself now then?
Performance nutritionist.
Okay. So it's very much so if someone was looking at your services, they'd be wise to be looking at this as I'm going to see you from a nutritional standpoint. Whether I'm competing or whether I'm just a weekend hacker, but I want to get my nutrition sorted out.
Exactly.
When we look at nutrition with a lot of our clients, there's a huge amount of confusion out there. And we did our Hungry for Change evening the other night, which starts talking about real food and looking at just really the basics of people being aware of what's out there as far as processed foods and that. I mean, there's a huge amount of confusion about what people think is healthy eating, never mind performance stuff.
Yeah. Well, when you look at the way the media gives you, so first off, when you look at females in particular, from like a young age, it's actually crossing over to a lot more males now. We're like aware of how we should look. From like 10, 11 years old, as soon as like females go through puberty, they're told they need to be a size 0 and stuff like that. So there's a lot of image like conscious women out there. And then people get overweight, and they didn't get overweight overnight. However, the media are promising a 12-week fix.
Yeah.
Or an overnight fix.
So we're coming away from also the classically January, Feb, I've got to lose the weight, I've had the Christmas bulge, I'm going to use this shake, this, that, and some people get some temporary benefits. They do lose some weight, but it's not sustainable most
You'll
of
find a lot of the time, people that go on these shake diets are going to get their body shut down really quickly because they'll get dehydrated within the first week, which will be the weight loss. They're looking at the weight and not the health, and not the fat, and not the scales. So they get dehydrated. Their brain can't function because they're really low in fat, and you need the fat to actually get your brain to function. You feel lethargic, you get headaches, and you just can't function right. You've got bad skin, bad hair, you get bloated from them as soon as you start eating again. And yes, you'll lose weight, but you won't lose fat.
But they also feel so rubbish that they get a rebound, that they kind of food for us is also comfort, and we have a lot of association with food. Then they kind of go, oh, you know, I've had enough of this. They go back and then get the rebound, and the whole cycle keeps going around and around.
That's where I'll guarantee my results for my clients, but I won't guarantee them overnight.
Yeah, and it's also about people, I think, of looking at it from, the weight is a byproduct of a healthy diet, and a healthy diet with certain principles, you can manage your weight rather than just focusing on the weight. Because if you don't give yourself the nutrients, you're still always going to be hungry, you're still always going to be things. So the healthy eating or real food is where I see a lot of things of looking around. If you go into the supermarket, there's not actually a huge amount in the supermarkets that we should really be eating. No. You could actually do a very quick shop because of there's so much processed foods, and I think, I see with our clients there's so much confusion of what actually is a healthy diet these days, because there's no fat, low fat, and the media is chopping and changing, and everyone's been thrown one way or the other.